Hello YouTube. I guess this is what I would call my test video, my first video. I actually stumbled across the fact that I actually had a channel. Recently I had one of the subscribers that I had watched. I had left a comment, heartfelt comment, so to speak. Got a lot of positive responses back from it, and I actually didn't even know how to check the replies because I'm new to YouTube, just watching the videos, and some people had said that they'd love to see if I had my own videos because what I had wrote had inspired them. Further review, I seen that I had 17 subscribers and I didn't have a channel. I don't even know how I'm going to upload this or if it's even going to work. So it's kind of a test run. I apologize about the quality of the camera. I don't know if you can see my face. I'm actually using my stepson or my son's tablet right now, so I don't even know if you can see me. But anyways, basically everybody has a topic, and one of the topics that I want to talk about is families having to deal with a alcoholic in the family and how to deal with them. And myself, I'm in recovery, struggling alcoholic. Not ashamed to say it, by no means. Have I hurt a lot of people throughout my journey? Absolutely. I take full responsibility for that. Recovery is something that I will deal with every day of my life, and it's a battle that most people don't understand, but people that are alcoholics, they do understand. And I just kind of want to find a way to give advice to families. You know, basically, you never give up on that person. You never, one day that person will come around. Hold on, I got to kick the ball from my dog here. He's going nuts. But trying to find better lighting. This is a horrible video. But when it comes down to alcoholism, people think, oh, this person just wants to get drunk. He wakes up in the morning and first thing he does, he drinks. Well, the reason why alcoholics do that, and the reason why I did it for many years, you know, throughout sobriety, and it's when the so-called falling off the wagon. And once you damage your liver so much, and just say you're sober for 2 years, and you slip up and you have a drink, and you tend to want to go back to where you stopped drinking, and you feel that you're able to drink as much, the tolerance, you have as much tolerance as you had before. So when you fall off hard, you drink, you get totally wasted, you wake up the next morning right back where you were 2 years ago, with the shakes, with the trembles. And you know the only way to stop that is, like the saying, a little hair of the dog that bit you. A month later goes by, you're right back where you were, full-blown alcohol-induced, whatever you want to call it, just completely lost, sick, doing anything to find a drink. Family members go back to resenting you. You lose everything you worked so hard for, even in a short 2-month period. But what I want family members to know, and friends of alcoholics, we didn't get up in the morning and take that first drink because we wanted to get drunk, because we didn't want to get sick. You know, if you want to look at statistics, how dangerous it is to detox from alcohol, it's deadly. Personally, I've done it, you know, in hospitals. I've done it outside of hospitals. It is a very, very, very scary thing. Hallucinations, trembles, seizures, trying to brush your teeth, nearly impossible. You know, shaking just as bad as this camera, but it's just because I've never, you know, done this before and holding the tablet out. But you know that all you have to do is take 2 or 3 shots of that vodka, that medicine, and it's going to stop those trembles, and it's going to stop the nausea, it's going to stop the hallucinations, it's going to stop the fear of dying that your body takes over. You don't have no control. And what do? You self-medicate. Are you aiming to get drunk? Absolutely not. Trying to keep from getting sick. But it's just a revolving door, and it's a roller coaster ride. And in the process of being too afraid to go it alone, continuing to drink, the world behind you is leaving it. They're giving up on you because you worked so hard to be sober and promised, oh, I'll never drink again, yada, yada, yada. And your family's had enough of it, this and that. But I recommend to the family members to, when they do fall like that, recommend taking them to a detox center. You know, some people say rehab and then it scares the person, but medically detox is the best way to do it. If you plan on driving a loved one to the hospital who's going through DTs, it will not hurt to stop and get them a shot or two of vodka to ease their withdrawals until they're safely in the hands of professionals to medically detox them. Detoxing is very scary. Like I said, seizures, I battled seizures for years. But to hold on to resentment towards that person, if you see them drinking first thing in the morning, just know, I mean, if they could snap their fingers and they could be sober and not have to go through the detox process, just like with heroin. I mean, I never got into the drug scene, but alcohol and heroin, I'm sure withdrawals are the same. I don't know. But anybody in their right mind would not, we don't walk around saying, oh, I love being an alcoholic. I love waking up in the morning so sick that I think I'm going to die. So, but once your family member turns your back on you, when you're already slipped and fallen, you say, well, what do I care? My family hates me. My life sucks. I've lost everything all over again. So you continue to drink. Now, some people go overboard. They steal, they rob, this and that. I never got to that point. But I lost a lot. I lost a lot of friendships. And if this video goes through, I'll do more videos on it, questions and answers, and trying to find some lighting here and do some more about my losses. But what I want to, like I say, sound like a broken record, never done this, encourage your family member, let them know that no matter what, you have their back, but you want them to get better. Of course, people will say, oh, I've done it, I've tried everything. He just doesn't want to stop drinking. He doesn't care. He or she. They do. They really do. It's a miserable life. It's like imprisonment, so to speak. I wear tattoos on my arms. I'm not sure. Sober life, one day at a time. I got those to remind me not to drink. This is my drinking hand. Did it work? Nope. So I have them today and I use them now, but when I got them, I lost my mother in October. This year will be 3 years. I lost her to suicide. Biggest loss of my life. Alcoholic. Everybody basically turned their back on her, so to speak, except me. I don't know, I kind of at a loss of words here when it comes to, the suicide part. I lost my mom because, it's a major loss. But my fear is that family members will, in essence, turn their backs on their loved ones. Even the loved ones that get drunk and say, oh, I hate my life, I'm going to kill myself. And, if you get that drunk call in the middle of the night, just call 911, give them the address. Because I personally didn't get that last phone call. Somebody else did. And to them it was, oh, we've heard it all before. Well, 3 days later, my mother was found in her apartment where she had OD'd and killed herself. And I don't care if it's 1,000 times you have to call and have the police go out and check and have them hauled away. It's that one time that you ignore them and say, oh, it's a cry for help. Of course it's a cry for help. But in a drunken stupor, you'll overstep them bounds and you'll screw up and you won't come back. You know, I've attempted it myself numerous times, and I'm here to say that I'm glad that, for the grace of God, I didn't follow through, or he decided he didn't want me. I don't know if the devil don't want me, he don't want me, or what it is, but I'm here. Um, but just encourage your loved ones. Let them know that you care. Tough love doesn't always work. Don't baby them. Just encourage them to get medical detox. Then once they're detox, clear-minded, not so scared, then you decide about rehab. That's my personal opinion. Now, what got me sober was I got in trouble from drinking and ended up on probation, misdemeanor probation. So I had no choice, but it was a good eye-opener, and it was the best way to get sober because I was on a downhill spiral after being sober for 7 months, and like I said, I went right to the drink thinking I had the tolerance that I had before, and well, I ended up in the hospital, sick, pancreatitis, you name it. Then anyways, broke out in handcuffs, simple misdemeanor that I pled guilty to, and I am forever grateful that I was arrested, because if not, I wouldn't be here today. So probation to me was a godsend. I thought the charges were bogus, but I wouldn't change it for the world. My goal is for you people to, if I continue to do these videos or whatnot, is to understand is when that person wakes up first thing in the morning, be it your brother, be it your sister, your mother, friend, coworker, and they have that drink, I promise you it's not because they want to get drunk and they want to get wasted and they love it. Yeah, there's nothing better than waking up in the morning trying to stomach down 2 shots of vodka without throwing up and dry even, just so you can brush your teeth, just so you can function and walk to the door. So do some research on the dangers of detoxing off of alcohol, and be, try to be as understanding as you can, people that say, like my father, and if he ever comes across this video, enough said, but you gotta have willpower, you gotta be a man, this and that, and la 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 la. Tough, yeah, I'm tough, man, but I fear no man, but I fear that drink, and I fear waking up the next morning. I fear them DTs and the detox. So anyways, this is just more or less a test video. If some people are inspired or have a lot of questions, I think I might give this YouTube thing a shot. I'm sure I'll get some negative comments about how terrible the lighting is. I'm outside. I just moved here from Florida to Wisconsin about 14 months ago. Got to experience my first winter. Got on the airplane. It was 78 degrees in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I was chilly. And when I landed here, it was minus 6 degrees. I didn't even own a jacket. I had no reason to. I lived in Florida. So, anyways, that was off topic. But to the people that were inspired by what I wrote, it had nothing to do with alcoholism. But basically, alcoholism is my story. It's been my story since I was 15, since I first snuck into the cabinet and found the vodka my mom had been drinking that I knew nothing about, that she was an alcoholic. So that was my demise, and like I say, this is more directed towards the family because I know people that are going through withdrawals and going through recovery understand completely what I'm talking about. It's waking up. It's basically being awake in a nightmare. You ever woke up from a nightmare that scared the hell out of you? Well, you're actually awake, and it's scary. But like I said, it's so easy. Just You know, if you can make it to the liquor store, if you can somehow get 2 shots of vodka in you or 3 or 4 beers, then your nerves are calm, subsided. Then you have to keep chasing, like they say, chasing the dragon. I don't know if that refers to drugs or whatnot, but you're chasing that because hours later, your body begins to start the DTs. So what do? Next thing you know, by the end of the day, you're trashed. Did you do it on purpose? No. You're just trying to keep from getting sick. Then you overstepped your bounds, and then look where you are. You're passed out drunk. Wake up in the morning. Repeat the whole cycle again. I encourage you not to turn your back on your family members. Like I said, do some research. Encourage them. You know, if they just tell them you love them, you want them to succeed. No matter, I mean, you can say it a million times. One of those times it's going to click. But, you know, I will do further videos, more videos if this does help anybody. I'm just trying to give it from a different perspective. And if my next video, I'll talk more about my family, my wife, my daughter, who I've been fighting for custody over, all stemming from basically my alcoholism. So I don't want my wife or anybody to see this video and go, oh, you didn't mention me, you didn't mention us. Well, that'll come on the second one. This is more of an introduction and just a test ride. And I don't know if you can see my dog there, Marley. He's driving me nuts to kick this soccer ball. So anyways, one second. Oops. Never give up on your family. If you get that midnight drunken phone call that they're going to kill themselves, dial 911. They'll be pissed at you because they'll get hauled off and probably put in a drunk tank or sent to the hospital. But it's going to be that one call that you ignore that you're going to regret for the rest of your life. So, and then we'll discuss suicide and what it's like to lose a family member. I've lost 3. My mother, both my uncles committed suicide. My mother's brothers. And she committed suicide. So, a lot of topics that I'd like to be a part of if I can help anybody. So, anyways, my name's Justin. I don't even know if this is going to make the air. I don't know how it works. I don't even know how to download it. So, if it does come and people see it, and if you like it, give me a shout. If you don't like it, then, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. I guess that's why it's called YouTube. Take care. Be safe.